Your boy Donald Trump woke up and said, "Hey, I got Tom today." Okay. With these Democrats, he responded to him in the most Trump-like fashion through a tweet. Yeah, we got to check that out. But first, we got to go ahead and check out AOC saying that impeachment should be pursued. What? This is the reason why my guy Trump found out that he has some time to respond to these ignorant people.
We should never take impeachment off the table. We should never take where we see law breaking. We should never take accountability off the table.
But should you pursue impeachment?
Should it be pursued?
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that there is plenty of law breaking that should be examined and looked at. But the question is what articles, what would be filed, etc. But I voted for and supported impeachment in Trump's first term because he illegally withheld funds from Ukraine, and he also incited a terrorist attack right here, right behind us. And so, yeah, I think that those are things that I felt that those were grounds for impeachment. And I think it was also grounds for removal. But once again, I also don't think that impeachment is something that is used explicitly as a political attack. There must be grounds, and there very well may be, especially in the next year or two. We should never take it.
Oh my gosh. With all the new information that's come out about, what happened at the Capitol on January 6th, like, why do they still want to continue to push these laws? I like what Leave Delaware actually posted right up under here. They are just trying to make it harder for him to do his job effectively. They don't want America to win. For whatever reason, they keep, no matter what Donald Trump does, bro, like, again, he even said it, he can come up with a cure for, one of the most sickest, deadliest diseases ever, and it still wouldn't satisfy these people. I really don't understand it. Let's read some more up under here. They're only trying to keep their liberal sheep brainwashed followers into thinking their delusions are still well-informed and relevant. I don't even want to say that. It's one of their dumbest plans, really. Sure, 77 million people voted for him, but a bunch of Democrats decided they know what is better for us than us. Then, if it works, President Vance, what are they going to do? Impeach him too? I don't know what they up to, but my guy Trump said he had something to say today. I probably put this on the big screen. I can see big way. Hold up. Yeah, let's read this thing. The Democrats are really out of control. They have lost everything, especially their minds. Hey, I agree with that. These radical left lunatics are into the impeachment thing again. Yeah, man, such a boss-like way to brush that off to the impeachment thing. They already got two no-name, little respected congressmen, total whack jobs, both throwing the impeachment of Donald J. Trump around for about the 20th time, even though they have no idea for what I would be impeached. Maybe it should be for, let me scroll this up. Hold on. Let me get this. Maybe it should be for cleaning up the mess that they left us on the border, or the highest inflation in our country's history, or perhaps it should be the incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan or Russia, Ukraine, or the attack of Israel on October 7th that only proceeded because they allowed Iran to regain great wealth. These congressmen stated that they didn't know why they would impeach me, but we just want to do it. I mean, that sounds like the most Democratic thing to say right there. The Republicans should start to think about expelling from the Congress for all the crimes that they have committed, especially around election times. These are very dishonest people that won't let our country heal. Why do we allow them to continuously use impeachment as a weapon against the president of the United States, who, by all accounts, is working hard to save our country? Because every attempt that they're trying to use is literally gone fickle. So because of that, now we're, now they at this stage of it. It's going to be something else later, but it's the same playbook that they used in my first term, and Republicans are not going to allow them to get away with it again. These are total lowlifes who hate our country and everything it stands for. Perhaps we should start playing this game on them and expel Democrats for the many crimes that they have committed and these real crimes. Remember, Shifty Adams Schiff demanded a pardon, and they had to use the power of an auto pen and a full pardon. I got to come down here. For him to unselect for him in the unselect committee of political thugs to save them from exclusion and probably worse. My God, Trump just came out and said. Now, of course, the Democrats are going to look at this, the left-wing media. You already know how they're going to spin it. Oh, look at him. Is this how a president's supposed to act? Is this how a president's supposed to be? Oh, my God, yeah, this is the type of language you want your president using. Yeah. Hey. Don't bother me. I know he's from New York. And on top of that, I'm looking at all the corruption. I'm looking at what he's up against. He's the president of the United States, man. He ain't got to sit here and just play all the political games with everybody. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I'm not going to respond to that, or I'm going to have some political. No, he's like, look, at the end of the day, man, I'm from New York, all right? You know about me. You know my business. Y'all know all this crap that y'all talking about impeachment is just fickle. It's really fickle. It didn't work the first time. What makes y'all think it's going to work this time? I don't understand. Let's switch the news just for a quick second. For those who were, watch my videos that I uploaded yesterday, know about the guy whom was in prison for 4 years in Kuwait. Now, Tara Bull posted that the media won't tell you the truth about Trump. It's up to us. Share this everywhere, because this is what I want y'all to get from this, man. Look at the statement that was made. President Trump freed my cousin from prison in Kuwait. Not a single person in my family voted for him. Thank you, Mr. President. Keep proving black people wrong. I just want to give y'all an update on that situation, man. I didn't really have much to add on besides that. I just felt like, man, I couldn't create a whole video for it. I was like, I gotta just let y'all see. Y'all know we family. We watch every video. This is the guy that's trying to impeach Trump.
I've heard that you sing. I want you to sing a song which meant a lot to you.
So here's for my wife. कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है तुझे ज़मीं पे बुलाया गया है मेरे लिए.
I've heard that.
Chicago Ray put Democrats would vote for anybody. Lil Mo added, Republicans need to worry about their racism in their party. It's insane. Oh, who is this guy? I seen him pop up last week, but who is this guy? We're going to find out a little bit more in a minute. Now, the Maryland man, the U.S. citizen babies, I'm going to read this over. The Maryland man, the U.S. citizen babies, the one who only criticized Israel, the immigration hysteria and hoaxes all the way down. Now Democrats are actually trying to impeach Trump 100 days for doing what America asked for. It's the American people they are impeaching.
Well, all of these marginal cases, when you actually look into them, turn out to be not so marginal. Kilmar Garcia did not have...
Ooh, unfortunately, I'm going to have to speed the audio up on this. I know. I'm sorry.
An order not to deport him. He had an order not to deport him to El Salvador. So they sent him to the wrong country. But this person is a wife beater and a gangbanger and a human trafficker. He should have been deported to another country. We were let down as Americans because he got a lot of due process and they just didn't follow through because the immigration courts are deeply flawed. You look at these people who were picked up for supposedly criticizing Israel. They both, the two that are in the news a lot, belong to a group called Columbia University Apartheid Divest, which put out literature 100% supporting Hamas and the October 7th attack. That is a violation of a green card. We would never have given somebody a visa who said, I'm going to belong to a group that's going to put out literature in support of Hamas. The two children who allegedly are American citizens who were deported, they were not deported. Their mothers were deported, and because their mothers are not sociopaths, they chose to take their children with them rather than calling up and finding someone else to take their 2-year-old children. So all of these supposedly liminal cases are actually nothing of the sort. There has been no constitutional crisis. This congressman seems to think that having bad polling numbers is an impeachable offense, is somehow a high crime and misdemeanor. It is utterly laughable, and it's because the Democrats have no agenda. Donald Trump is running to the left of them on economics and to the the left of them on fighting wars and being anti-war and trying to get us out of different things and trying to settle wars. And he is a social moderate. He's not even a conservative. There is not a single value that the Democrats hold that they are not willing to immediately abandon if Donald Trump starts to defend it. It was the Democrats who thought that we had to control the border to protect working class wages. And now all you see is Democrats out there demanding free trade and demanding more access to China. You see Democrats literally sharing Chinese propaganda because it's against Trump. They have chosen China over their own working class voters. And Congressman, I'm sorry, but the UAW and the Teamsters have both endorsed the tariffs. You're in a lot of trouble in Michigan.
I had to let her get that off. Now, for copyright issues and reasons like that, that's the only reason why I had to speed it up like that. I get it. Some people can be like, yo, man, wait, that was too fast, you know? I should have started it off like that just so y'all can be prepped. But yeah, basically anything in favor of Donald Trump, anything positive that he do is going to be frowned down upon the mainstream media and these people. I really don't understand. All these hoaxes are being debunked one by one. I mean, come on, Russia, the Russia collusion. Seriously? Seriously. I mean, you even had Obama spying on this man. Seriously? But he's quite literally out here doing the work for that we voted for. I voted for secure borders. I definitely did. I voted for, getting these prices on inflation down, understanding that tariffs is going to drive some things up. But as an American man who now understands or have somewhat of a general understanding of how it works, I'm saying, hey, I'm all for it. Costs a little more right now. It's going to be a little, but hey, it's going to be worth it in the end if it's going to benefit us. But they don't want that. They want everything to benefit them or somebody illegal. Doesn't make sense to me. Now, this is Trump last night speaking on all these different things.
Asking me to go through with that stuff, but it's pretty descriptive, isn't it, really? It helps when you know that borders are not racist, speech is not violence, America is good, terrorists are bad, men can never become women, police are not criminals, and criminals are not victims. Eighth, everybody should believe.
Amen to that. This is Trump delivering his commencement speech to the University of Alabama. A lot of great points there that we're going to dive into throughout the videos that we get into today. But I just wanted y'all to see that. The way that mainstream media portrays him versus what I'm seeing this man doing on a regular basis is two different things. Two different things. It says, what? Tell that about the borders to the Confederate States, you trumping Trumpo, another graduate of Trump University who majored in American history. Well, the Polish thing, I'm going to have to disagree because I watch them violate the rights of law by the citizens daily, and a good percentage of them don't know the 5 pillars of the First Amendment, let alone the other 4 that they took an oath to protect. Well, everybody got an opinion. Just like mainstream media has an opinion on everything or anything centered around Trump. This is how you know Trump derangement syndrome is real. Negative coverage on Trump's cabinet and allies the first 100 days. RFK Jr., 89%. Elon Musk, 96%. Surprisingly, Pete Hegseth, 100%. I don't know where these polls came from. Fox News apparently reported on this, though. And Pete Hegseth wrote this with, in case you wonder what we and the president are up against, 100% negative coverage from so-called mainstream press in the first 100 days. Perfect score. Then he adds, come on, Robert Kennedy Jr., Elon Musk. You guys can do better. They're never going to report anything positive that Donald Trump does. It's to the point now where this man is quite literally threatening people in Trump's cabinet because they can't do anything policy-wise and they have nothing to offer except for violence.
Stephen Miller talking shit in the Oval Office and Tom Horman talking shit in front of the news about how they're going to go over these immigrant rapists and yada, yada, yada. Bullshit. Where the hell does Steve Miller live? Who's his family? What town is he from? Where's the same thing with Tom Horman? We should know all about them. So crimes against humanity, they have to answer for it. By who? By we the people. Elon Musk, give a shit about his security detail. Where's his family? Where do they live? Where does he rest his head at night? We all should know. You get tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of civilians going into an area. You think you're going to shut us down? No. Slowly silence everybody into fear and cowering and not acting. Bullshit. Don't feel afraid. There's a lot more of us than there are of them. So,
hey man, I don't think that's true. If you look at the way the voting went last year, that is like literally like false. I have nothing else to add to this lunatic except that he needs to go to jail. Here's something positive we're going to report on. I feel like we need to leave on a positive note. April job report shows 177,000 new jobs. That's more than 40,000 than expected.
Numbers report were released moments ago, and it is really, really good. Stronger than expected. It now shows that we added 177,000 jobs in April, 40,000 more than was expected. The market's going to love this. The unemployment rate is holding at 4.2% for the second month in a row. Investors loving the news. The Dow soaring on these encouraging numbers. So that's pretty good. Let's see if anybody else runs that story. This is meaning other networks. This numbers report were released moments ago.
Yeah, let's sit back. We're going to sit back and wait. We're going to see who's going to run that story. I doubt it's going to be anybody from the left. Trying to impeach Trump. Good luck. Good luck.